Hi, my name is Butheina Kazem. I'm the founder of Cinema Akil. Cinema Akil is a single-screen art house cinema located in Alserkal Avenue in the Al Goz industrial area in Dubai. But we also have a public-facing arm, which is Cinema Akil Pop-Ups, where we do public, free screenings in a lot of different venues. We take up our home in different locations, including parks and outdoor yards and auditoriums and galleries. We believe that cinema should reach everyone through film, through the different subject matter that we tackle, through the communities, through the cinema of the countries that we present, and that's something that will always be at the core of what Cinema Akil is. Cinema Akil is the Gulf's first art house cinema space, and we existed as a nomadic, roving cinema platform for 4 years, traveling across the UAE, bringing the best in alternative, experimental, repertoire, classic, and independent cinema to our audiences across the country. Our perspective around cinema is not just the presentation of films, which is really important, so our programming is very specific. It's usually films that otherwise don't get to be seen on the big screen, or if they do get theatrical releases, they're often presented for very short runs and for very limited windows, and people don't really know about them, and they're competing with much bigger, louder blockbusters, and they're consumed in a similar way that a blockbuster would be. And sometimes films that we focus on need this extra mile of tender love and care, a certain kind of presentation, a communal element to the cinematic space, and that kind of degree of engaging with the subject matter. It comes from the word Aql, which is the mind or the brain, and it's a very old Arabic name, and essentially it's the personification of the kind of person that comes to the cinema and to our films. Watching an art house film or a conscious film or a repertoire film is throwing yourself even more deeply into the well of thought, or into the well of existence, and owning everything that a film presents. And I think that in a very true level or authentic level is only possible through films that are that privilege the perspective and the authenticity of experiences and of research and of presentation and of representation even, over commercial gain. And that is the nature of independent cinema. They are films that are, deeply researched, deeply engaged, that are usually spiked by someone's curiosity, someone's personal experience, especially first-time filmmakers. There's always like this moment, this breaking moment of realization that I have to put this out into the world, I have to tell this story. And those are the films that we're interested in. And I think that is not just part of a larger industry and factory of producing the business of mainstream cinema. That is a very personal, engaged process, and that's I think worth celebrating, preserving, and continuously championing. We have an average of 3 new films a week, and 2 shows a night, and 3 shows every weekend day. And we're also introducing a daytime slot later in the year, and hopefully memberships. And during the day, the cinema space actually functions like a giant living room and a reading room and an open space for people to come and work out of and to use and to read from and to contemplate. We are a single-screen cinema with 133 seats. 58 of those seats are actually recovered from the Golden Cinema in Dubai. So it was a cinema that was demolished 2 years ago, and it was one of the oldest cinemas, standalone cinemas in Dubai. And we went into the demolition site and rescued some of those chairs to keep up that memory of what those spaces meant for the city. The cinema also includes a chai concept, a tea shop, run by Project Chaiwala, which is a Indian street food bites concept and a chai concept. And it's just a throwback to the way that cinema was presented historically in the UAE. That combination of popcorn and chai and film has always been part of that sensory experience, and we wanted to present some of that here. Audiences' responses here in the UAE are, I think, the fuel to Cinema Akil's existence. It's because it's 4 years of trying to open a space. We're finally here, alhamdulillah. We're very happy that we have this roof and we have this space where it's continued showcase of these films, but it hasn't been a very smooth journey throughout. And every time we get close to maybe giving up or changing the way that we do things, we get to a screening and see people's reactions. People who've given us that boost of confidence that this is something that is needed. This is something that's essential to changing kind of a certain quality of life that that people look for. And I'm really thrilled and humbled, to be part of that. Even if it's one person that gets, whose life is marginally improved or changed, it's something that means everything to what Cinema Akil stands for.